Hello and welcome to Boost and Ethanol plays through Forza Horizon Part 16. Now, I know it's been a while, and I apologise for that. Well, not for you at least, but it's been a while since I've recorded. Sort of forgot to upload, and then I had internet issues. So until then, we're just going to be playing through Forza Horizon. So we're going to be doing the BaE 80s Frenzy first. I did try recording this episode before, and I didn't set up the audio right, in fact. Let me just adjust my mic. There we go. Probably slightly better now. It's close to my face at least. So now the audio is slightly more consistent, I guess.
We are all stars in this glorious universe. Only some of us shine brighter than others.
Yeah, so I built up this car just because it was, well, I mean, it's cheaper than every other car here, but mainly because it's lower PI, so I could do more upgrades to it. And yeah, so I've already done all the races I'm doing in this episode, so I'm literally just going to redo them. Luckily, this does mean that now I can rectify my the race I lost, even. In the first time that I recorded the episode, mainly because the car I built up for it was rather unstable. So, yeah, right, just got to get past this. This race wasn't too difficult. This car seems to be pretty good for this track. So yeah, that's good. The only problem is this car's a bit unstable. It likes to step out. It's rather controllable when you're in a drift, like when the back does step out, but you just sort of have half a second where you just don't, it just starts to slide out without you realising. You just slowly drift into one of the walls. So, I mean, that's always difficult, but luckily it isn't too difficult. Yeah, I don't know, it's sort of a weird thing. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but either way, this car's ridiculously fast around here. Maybe with some aero, just some rear aero, I think, because it's got great turning. Just sort of the back gets a bit unstable every now and again. I mean, if I could tune it, I'd probably just put slightly more power up to the front, and yeah, that should probably fix the handling. Because even the gear ratios and everything there, quite nice. Not too short, not too long. Yeah, no, they're rather good. Seem to be well made. I guess though the game in this game, since there's new tuning, cars do have to be, or do have to have pretty good gear ratios. I wonder actually if things adjust depending on how much power your car has. Gear ratios get shorter. I don't know. Interesting. I've got no idea. I mean, I doubt it. I'd imagine just race gearbox means you have certain length gear ratios, but maybe it is. Excuse me. Right. So you've overtaken the Lamborghini. Is that Lamborghini? Well, I'd argue we're probably about equal on the straights. It's just that my driving isn't exactly amazing. Luckily, this car in the low difficulty seems to make up for that. There's snow poles on that corner. There. I mean, when I looked behind, it was a corner before, but yeah, they're into the concrete. I would have thought they'd just sort of stuck into the ground, right? I don't know. Yeah, the amount of the way all these different thoughts just sort of happen. I mean, it probably looked cool, but yeah, it wasn't exactly fast. Yeah, this car sort of just... there's the oversteer, double oversteer moment. Also, oh yeah, there's another barn find now. Down by, where is it? It's down that small sort of town-ish area before Finley Dam, just before like the tunnels before Finley Dam. I'll show you on the map after this race. There we go. Why are there snow poles in the concrete? Like, how come you can knock them down so easily? Like, it makes sense when they're in just like the dirt or whatever. I would have thought it'd taken a lot of effort to concrete down some snow poles when they're just sort of stuck in. No, I don't know. We don't really have snow poles here in the UK, so I don't know. Or at least I've never seen them. That had a really good lap. Oh wow, and the GTO behind it, the 288, had a really good lap time there. We ended up winning, so that works out well for us at least. 35k too, that's a nice amount of money. Here we are. Oh, my plan was to just sort of drift in. Oh well. While I was driving down here, I got up to popularity 100, I assume, or 100th most popular. So yeah, that's cool. I think it's actually, if I go to the sponsor challenges, yeah, 100th. So we got a new showcase event. Biplane Beatdown, was that there? The Stampede, it may be that one, because I don't remember that being there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's the Stampede though, since that's R3. That would kind of make sense. Anyway, we're going to do the G-Shock Steel Slam. And the car we're using, yeah, you probably didn't see that coming. Not exactly my best choice as a C-Class car, considering putting on sport tyres put it up into halfway through C-Class. It started off as a fairly high D-Class car. And the handling is... it's there, it still handles like a cruise liner, but it's a slightly oversteering cruise liner, so...
An ordinary driver like yourself trying to beat a highly skilled prince like me. How exciting.
As this guy's sort of car choices are all European sports car type thing, all of them classic as well from the ones that I've seen so far. So, yeah, the Countach in the last race, although I mean that was decade restricted, but in this race he has a Lamborghini Mirror, and in the next race we're doing, he has a, should I spoil it? Yeah, I might as well just show it then, so then I'll have something to talk about in the next race. Or not, screw it, maybe. No, right. Anyway, rather than me just going and ahhing about what I should talk about, let's focus on taking down all these other cars. So, there goes the RX-8, and we said 7, there's the EP3, then there's an E30, Lancia Delta, and a Nissan Silvia. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surprising. I really wish I didn't pick this car now, because picking a cruise liner to go around a tight and twisty horsepowers, sure, we'll go with that, on the road. And especially on dirt, like this car really, well actually wheel spin isn't too much of a problem, it's more just the back wanting to drift out. Because I've got racing suspension, that's the one modification that I always do. I did try and remove a bit of weight, didn't go for race because I'm pretty sure I took it into B class. Yeah, I've got sport weight reduction. Looks like I got a clean overtake there. Or there, may have done a few $100,000 worth of damage there. Oh well. I mean, it's alright to drive, it's just sort of, yeah, it's not necessarily bad, you just can't really carry any corner speed with it. Well, you can, but you just can't be 100% confident because the back will slide out. I think maybe some rear aerial or something would have been a good idea for this car. Not sure though. May have been a bit early there actually, I could have carried some quite nice corner speed through there. Handbrake? No, probably wasn't a good idea. Oh well. Yeah, let's just do some drifting. Actually makes quite a good drift car, this. It's pretty stable at least. I think if I put it on some slightly worse tyres, so I could keep the back end hanging out, yeah, you can get some quite nice drifts. Like not massive angle or anything, it's not a proper drift car, but you can get a nice amount of, you can get enough. Like I personally, when drifting, I prioritize speed over angle. Like to me, like less smoke and like a high speed low angle drift, that to me looks cooler than having like a massive smoky 90-degree drift. I don't know. That's why in my recent music video, actually, with the GT86s or GT86 and AE86, you didn't see me getting massive amount of angle there. That and also because I can't drift particularly well. I mean, lots of rewind and stuff was used there. Since I kind of wanted to keep a somewhat realistic build going on there rather than just sticking like 700 horsepower into both cars. Right, Bridgestone Speedball. Speedball? Yeah. We're not using this or that, definitely not. I finished that event too, so yeah, I finished that off in between episodes. We are using the Lancia Stratos. I couldn't get to the top of B class, and now I just couldn't find any upgrades to get up to the PI. I'm speaking such weird sort of sentences and stuff where I'm slowing down every couple of words. Who knows? Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say on that. Okay, yeah, so here's the other car, it's a Ferrari 250 something or other, I can't remember what it's called. Okay. Yeah, it's a Ferrari 250, I want to say Mondale, but I don't think it is. Alright, so we can beat the Subaru off the line, surprisingly. Oh wow, the aero parts help so much on this, because the first time I did this, which is the reason why I haven't won this, is this car had some crazy oversteer issues where you just couldn't carry any corner speed without the rear stepping out a bit. So I've had some aero. Actually, it isn't really helping too much. Thing is, I just don't think this car's particularly good handling. And And the thing is, it doesn't even have that much extra power over standard. And it almost snapped on me. Yeah, this car isn't exactly easy to drive. Surprisingly, a cruise liner was easier to drive than a Ferrari engined sports car. So, yeah, I don't know. You can put the Delta S4 engine in this thing. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't think it's a twin charge thing, unlike real life. So, yeah, it's only turbocharged in the game, but it's a twin charged. I think it's supercharged and turbocharged, which is interesting. Yeah, we're starting to catch up here. Just got to keep it stable. Not be too aggressive. The aero helps so much here. I can carry so much more speed than I would be able to normally. Matter of going up the inside and not spinning out there. But yeah, I'll go and check at the end of the race what that car is, because there were so many Ferrari 250s you start to forget, because there was the GTO, which was the coupe one, and there was the 250 California, which was the one that got smashed up at the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And then there was, oh, what else was there? There were loads of them, weren't there? Did they make like a... No, actually those are all ones I can remember. There's only 3, isn't there? Never mind then. Were there more? I don't know, I'll have to look into it a bit. Also just noticed the badge on the bonnet of the car has just a couple of corners away from the finish, but yeah, the badge was sort of, I don't think it would be attached like that. Something tells me it would have fallen off. Anyway, almost finished this race now. We're in the final corner and across the line. Probably was a bad idea to handbrake there. Right, so that's a 250 GTO, but was it like a Mark 1 and a Mark 2 then for it? Because the one I remember looks a bit like a T32Z. I think that's what it's called. That was an Alfa Romeo coupe. The one I'm thinking of looks a bit like that. I'll do some research in between episodes and have a look into it, because yeah, I don't know, the Ferrari 250 confuses me how there's 2 of them or whatever. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Maybe I'm just insane. Who knows? Anyway, what events are we going to do next? I'll also think about that while looking at various Ferraris and such. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next episode, goodbye.